The broadcast is live.
We're live, here we go. We're not held by times. We'll go live wherever we want.
There is no restrictions for Gallus live streams. Restrictions.
No rules.
No rules apply to this dojo, does it?
No, I'm smoking, I'm drinking, and I'm fucking swearing.
That's right. And if you got a problem, I've got a nice little Mad Max souvenir, eh?
I've got guns and everything on now. Can I borrow that to go to the post office?
I know, yeah.
It might be cut short this stream very quickly.
Oh yeah, straight away there's an X.
Before we even start at the right time, it's taken off. It's only a toy, a replica.
There's a gun. Someone's waving a gun on there.
Yeah. Threatening behaviour.
Threatening behaviour. Strike 3.
Right, what are we here to discuss? Martial arts. All right. So, yeah. You were about to tell me about your martial arts history of the films.
Yeah, well, when VHSs first come out, I think we got we didn't buy a VHS player. We rented one because we couldn't afford to buy one.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in 1980, 81, couldn't afford to buy a VHS player unless you were rich. I mean, mega rich. So we rented it. We got a new TV and a V8 because our old TV wouldn't connect to the VHS. So there was no SCART leads. I don't know what that was. So we had to get a TV that was compatible with this JVC top loader, which was like as big as a concrete block. And the top loader was so aggressive. It shoot you to the moon. Anyway, early on, my dad made the decision that he was going to get me into Bruce Lee. I don't know why. No idea. But my mum, the first film that my mum rented me from the video shop was Superman, the original Superman with Christopher Reeve from 1977. And my dad, I don't know what happened. Something clicked. He goes, "Oh, he doesn't want to watch that crap. It's not real." This is how my dad was. So he said, "I've got him this Bruce Lee, eh?" And I was like, "Oh, who's Bruce?" I'd never heard of Bruce Lee.
No.
And anyway, bang! I put it on, and it was Fist of Fury.
Oh yes.
And I was like, "What the hell? This guy's amazing." And my dad says, "No, not a man in tights flying on wires here." He said, this guy's kicking everyone's head in for real." So I was like, "Oh." So from then on, martial arts, I wanted to see all Bruce Lee's films. So we did. But then even after going to the horror and I went to art college in 1990, I knew a couple of my friends at art college was martial artists. One of them was doing kickboxing, one of them was doing karate, and another lad was doing kung fu. And obviously all they rented was martial arts films. So I got to know all the latest martial art films, Matthias Hughes's films, all those sort of films, The Cage and Fist Fighter, and then King of the Kickboxers and all that.
Yes.
All them films, Bloodsport, No Retreat, No Surrender, all of them. I got to know through my friends who were martial artists, and that's all they ever watched was martial artists. And the thing is, they hardly ever watched Bruce Lee.
Oh.
They never ever watched Bruce Lee, and I was like, "Oh, what about Bruce?" And they just said, "Well, he was the best." I said, "Well, why don't you watch his films?" He said, "We'd rather watch Van Damme and Dennis Alexio and all, Billy Blanks and all them."
Yeah.
It was all good. Bolu Young, all them people. They were all back in the day. Cynthia Rothrock as well.
Oh,
legend. What she did was like she revolutionized martial arts for women because it wasn't known in the 80s for a woman to be kicking everyone's head in, but she did it. She started off in Hong Kong as well, which is real tough work.
Yeah,
because that's where all like your Jackie Chan's and your your Jet Lees and your Donnie Yen started, and some tough stuntmen back there.
They will get hurt in that one.
Oh yeah, you guarantee people are getting hurt there. So yeah, Bruce Lee was always mine, like I said, and like the video was closed. Well, the video shop sold me that.
He's not happy.
No, never is. But the first one I bought from the video shop was this one. This is my very first VHS.
Oh, look at that! Which one's that? Way of the Dragon. Which one?
Way of the Dragon. Rank phone video. There it is, mate.
Oh, I don't know. There you go.
Yeah. That was the very first VHS. It cost me £10 in 1982.
That's quite expensive.
£10 in 82 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the video shop that I used to always go to, I was mithering him. Sell me a Bruce Lee, sell me. You know what I mean? And this was like all my birthday and Christmases come at once. And then eventually he was closing down his shop. So I said to him, well, stone me. I said, can you get me? Can I buy the others off you before you close? And he did. You know what I mean? He did the Game of Death.
Game of Death. I've only got the
Big Boss.
It's a rank one. That's the only one I don't have. I got these rank ones.
Yeah.
Game of Death. What is it? Way of the Dragon. Fist of Fury.
Fist of Fury.
Yeah, I got them on rank ones. I got them on the re-release, the black ones that made the picture of him. But the only one I don't have is Big Boss, and he's a set. It's
quite rare to pick up. This was the only one that was uncut out of all of them. They left the nunchucker scenes. They left the nunchucker scenes in this one.
Did they?
And the guy at the video shop never sent it back to be cut. So that's an uncut version of Fist of Fury. But I loved them. That's all I watched was Bruce Lee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then obviously the last one that I picked up.
All right, let's have a look. What's in the picture? Is it nunchuckers or a stick?
Oh, it's nunchuckers, mate. It's the original one.
It's
the original one.
Yeah, this one. The other one I got upstairs is a re-release. Has the stick.
Certificate X.
The old 18.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, the cut one of Enter the Dragon's a bit ridiculous because he just gets ready to fight a load of people after going down in the cells, and then it cuts because he goes to get the nunchuckers, has a fight, kill off everyone, then runs out. But in this one, a lot of guys run in, and then he runs out a door. So he's a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the X rental. That's the Certificate X version of Enter the Dragon, such as the nunchucker scenes in. But Bruce Lee when Fist of Fury on the cut version of Fist of Fury, he spins the two Japanese fellas around in the dojo, and then all of a sudden, one of them tries to grab a sword, and Bruce gets the nunchuckers out. Well, that bit's all out to that version. And it comes back in when he beats the instructor up. But yeah, they took a lot out of Fist of Fury. Well, they took a lot out of all of them.
Oh,
and the Big Boss is the only one still to this day that's still cut. There's still scenes missing from the Big Boss. This was obviously shot in Bangkok. Now, that was his first film, but it was very bloodthirsty. I mean, if you look, people being chopped in half with saws and put in the ice.
Yeah.
Now, some of the fight scenes they were using saws and all sorts. And there was a few scenes which has never been reinstated in any version. One of the scenes is where he's got an actual handsaw, and he puts it in the top of a guy's head, and it's just like there's stills of it. But I mean, that was out, and there was I think it was a naked scene where he went with a prostitute.
Oh.
And that's the one and only time that Bruce ever did a love scene, and it was cut out. Now, apparently, some collector in China, in Hong Kong, has the only version of it where it's the full version, and he won't. It's never been released. Won't be released. So that is something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Jim's Retro Emporium. Good evening, all.
Hey, Jim.
Good evening, Jim. Dr. Impossible, evening VHS nerds.
Hello.
That is true. So I have the first UK retail releases by rank, and you have the rental one. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah. That I bought these. These are what started my collection off, and these you couldn't go to Woolies back then and buy them because it was before. It's before they've been released. So I bought these from the video shop.
Okay.
So I was probably one of the very few people who had a video collection in 1981. So yeah, Bruce Lee was it, and then because I kept watching Bruce Lee over and over again, and then I didn't realize there was all these Bruce Lee rip-offs. So I started going through all of them to see if Bruce Lee was in them. And I mean, it was like Exit Enter the Tiger, Exit the Dragon, and Bruce Dragon.
Were any of them actually any good at martial arts? Or were they just posers?
I think the guy called Bruce Lee with one E, he was all right. And Bruce Lee was all right, but I think Bruce Lee, L-E, he was better. He was a better kicker, I think, than Bruce Lee. The only Bruce Lee film I actually liked was The Man, the Myth.
All right.
You remember that one, The Man, the Myth?
No.
Well, it was a telling of Bruce Lee's life story, The Man, the Myth, and Bruce Lee played him. So that was the one that was pretty passable. Because the rest were like god awful. Enter the Game of Death, and
that was my next question. Was the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story? Are you a fan?
Yes, I watched Scott Lee play Bruce Lee. I went to the pictures watching that one.
So did I.
I mean, even though I'm still horror through and through. I mean, my soft spot's martial arts. I mean, the love, my first love was Bruce Lee. It's like always going to be there. So when they were doing the Bruce Lee story, oh wow, I want to see that, and everyone was quite shocked. I said, no, I'm going to go see that. And I thought Jason Scott Lee did a really good job. I thought he was excellent. I really enjoyed it.
It's not exactly legit story-wise, but
no, they had a bit of glittering, bit of glamour, didn't they? But it was good enough.
Yeah, I've just found this in my rank thing. Collect Bruce Lee, all 99 pens each, and then we got the 4 of them. I know where are we? There you go.
That's it. That they was released. Was that in 1986 when they come out, Gareth?
I can't find a date on it, so it looks the old tapes. They've got the old.
I think they started coming into production around 1986 because I went into Woolworths one day and I thought, wow, they've got VHSs, and I did see the Bruce Lee tapes, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then I thought, shit, I'm no longer the one with the only person with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, literally realised how good X rentals would be there back then.
Oh, mate, they were like a gold mine. I mean, to buy them back then, the video shops were very reluctant. So you were very lucky if you could get hold of an X rental off a video shop. Yeah. But our flea market, we still have a great flea market in my hometown. And back in the days, where all the video shops from the Northwest would come and sell the spare tapes, the overstock. And especially when the Video Nasties Act came in, Gareth, that's when I picked up half these because they were selling them for a pound a go, $1.50, because you'd be fined and jailed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They had a set of balls though, because our market, where the market is, just across the street is the police station. So the police station would be you'd be buying these banned illegal videos, and the cop shop's just across the street.
Didn't Game of Death get reissued on big box rental by rank?
I think it did. My video shop never got the big, but I bought them out. I got the small boxes, but I believe they did get a big box release. I could be wrong, but I think I think it was Game of Death. I did see. I thought I did see a Game of Death one time because I was passing in someone else's video shop, one of my friends, and I went, "Oh, is that a big box Bruce Lee one?"
So, Game of Death 2. So, what is that? Is that a compilation of or outcuts? Or
Oh no, that was just a Bruce Lee exploitation film. That was carrying on the character of Billy Lowe from Bruce Lee's Game of Death.
Right.
I mean, Bruce Lee was never going to play Billy Lowe anyway, because his version was totally different. This was all Hollywood.
Right.
So they followed that character of Billy Lowe with the Bruce Lee lookalike playing him. He gets killed, and his brother Bobby Lowe comes in, and he fights, and he goes up a pagoda at the end. So it's like Bruce Lee's character apparently in the film has been killed, so his brother comes over. And they used an outtake from Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee from where he's talking to Roy Chow, the monk.
Oh yeah.
It was a cut scene from Enter the Dragon, but with the Blu-ray 4K and that they've reinstated that scene now, so everybody can see that scene with the monk. But they use that scene in as the only Bruce Lee footage in Game of Death 2.
Yeah, I thought
I watched it, and it was, it was a waste of 90 minutes of my life, but it had some sort of appeal because it had Bruce Lee on the cover, and it's in that same sort of box that you've got. The editions you've got there.
Yeah, was it this one type of thing?
Yeah, and it had Bruce Lee punch him, and it says Game of Death 2. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was familiar, but.
And they released it, and they built, and I tell you what, they sold it as a Bruce Lee film as well. Shocking.
Yeah. Don't miss a trick by then, because was it Jackie Chan's in Fist of Fury 2? Or is it New Fist of Fury? Or I get confused with all of them.
Jackie Chan was a stuntman in Fist of Fury 1. He's the guy that got kicked out the window at the end. You know when he kicks out Mr. Suzuki at the end?
Yeah.
That's a young Jackie Chan flying out the window. And you can see Jackie Chan training in the Ching Wu school with, I think it's Nora Mao.
Okay.
She's training young Jackie Chan. So he was a stuntman on Fist of Fury. And then he was a stuntman on Enter the Dragon. And Bruce mistimed it and punched him in the face. And Jackie Chan said he said he couldn't believe that Bruce Lee was so kind to him. So he made his injury out to be worse than it was. So Bruce would put his arm around him and spend time with him, you know what I mean? Make sure he was all right. I heard Jackie Chan tell that quite a few times about Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee was very considerate, you know what I mean? He didn't want to hurt anybody in real life, but he respected the stuntmen, which is cool.
Yeah, that's all right. Who released on UK rental Man from Hong Kong, directed by Brian Trenchard? Was it Fox or Rank?
What year was that? Remind me, if you know the date, because Rank Video had the rights to Golden Harvest. So Rank Video released all Bruce Lee's at first, but I do know Fox started releasing some of the documentaries on Bruce Lee.
Okay. Let's have a look.
If I had to have a guess, I'd say Rank.
Oh, hang on.
Rank Home Video, because they
1986. Pickwick had a division, Screen Legends. I think I've got some of the labels.
It might have been. It might have shifted to the rights. Might have gone to Fox then in '86, because, mind you, though, Gareth, your videos are still Rank, aren't they?
There's no date on them though.
They will be '86, because that's when the sell-through things came through.
Okay.
So it still might be Rank, Dr. Impossible. It still might be Rank. Be Rank Video. Have a look for Rank.
Oh, Rumblers.
The Rank sections.
Electrical Store Rumblers had a VHS rental deal with Warner, Rank, CNC for renting our tapes.
Yeah.
Because ours was with Radio Rentals.
Yeah, we was Martin Doors, I think it was.
Yes.
Martin Doors are still going in Warrington. I went past one of the shops. I was like, wow, that's legendary. Should take a picture of that. That's as old as the tapes themselves.
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, we rented our first VHS player, a big JVC with and we got we had to rent a new TV as well because to make it compatible with the VHS. And yeah, oh my word, such great memories from them days. But the Bruce Lee rip-off films become very popular. Everybody in the early 80s was renting these Bruce Lee films, and then they just become flooded with martial arts films. The Black Dragon avenges the death of Bruce Lee and all that. I watched them all. But
what percentage of people renting those fake Bruce Lee ones actually knew that it wasn't Bruce Lee, do you reckon?
I think they were gullible like me and thought they were going to see Bruce Lee in something, wishing. I think they were wishing because half of them didn't believe that Bruce was dead. They thought they'd buried a dummy and he was going to be. But, I think it was wishful thinking, but I think people just believed they wanted to see more Bruce Lee because he hadn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
1980s.
How many completed films is it? 5?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 completed films and Game of Death.
Yeah.
Which, when I bought the first DVDs I ever bought was Bruce Lee's. So I followed suit. I thought, and then because they were the uncut versions with the nunchucker scenes in Way of the Dragon, that was playing, and then as much as you could get on Game of Death. When I watched Game of Death, the extras, it adds the full 40 minutes of what Bruce Lee shot, and fabulous. If he'd have lived to complete that would have been his best film, I think. That would have been. I mean, I prefer Fist of Fury over Enter the Dragon. That's my favorite Bruce Lee film, Enter the Dragon. But I do like Way of the Dragon as well.
Yeah, hang on. You're right, Davey. I just checked. It's ranked through Golden Harvest, but it seems that Fox did distribute Man from Hong Kong. And it's so complicated, the rights issues.
Yeah, well, they were fighting because they knew that all them sort of films was hot commodities.
Yeah.
If you had a Bruce Lee product or a Golden Harvest product, it was automatically categorized as a Bruce Lee film. So the money involved in that was big business for them. If you think about it, it was like serious business.
I bet.
Because he brought Jackie Chan in on Golden Harvest as well, some of his earlier films.
Yeah. Right. Have we talked about Twin Dragon Encounter yet? No. What is it?
Double Dragon.
I don't know about Twin Dragon Encounter.
Double Impact. Van Damme.
Yeah, Double Van Damme.
I remember the computer game on the Spectrum, Double Dragon.
Oh, I love that on the arcade. I've never.
Did you remember the ZX Spectrum, Gareth?
I had one of those. I had both types, the rubber keys, and then that died, and then I had the hard keyed one.
I went straight into the hard key one because my mate's rubber keyed one was on the fritz, I got the new 48K memory. There it was. Legends was born on there as well.
Yeah, it's hard. 48K is like 2 lines of text in a document these days.
Blue and grey graphics.
Yeah,
blue and green and black.
Yeah, they used the black quite well in all the Spectrum games because they only had about 3 colors at that time. Oh, I see. There you go. Al's trying to get me to watch rubbish again. Champagne and Bullets. It was identical twins rescuing one of their girlfriends. Sold. So it is literally ripping off Double Dragon. Okay, let me look this up. Twin Dragon Encounter. What a name. So yeah. What have I got? I got the widescreen Enter the Dragon. That's upstairs. That's not as old because it's 90s, and this is an 88 version. That's the Warner.
Is that uncut, Gareth?
No, it's completely cut. I've checked, and the widescreen one's cut as well. Doesn't even. He has the wooden pole, not the nunchucks.
It was sacrilegious, wasn't it? What the BBFC was doing.
Ridiculous.
That Visual Nasties Act just didn't affect horror. It affected all the films that were released.
Yeah. Headbutts, ear claps, nunchucks,
anything with nunchuckers was just cut. Out gone.
Yeah, shurikens.
Yeah. I mean, the ninja films are great. I used to love the ninja films. Anybody a fan of the ninja films? The Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3, The Domination. Shokusugi. He's the original ninja.
Yeah, yes.
I liked all three of them. They just go to the shop and there'd be a martial arts film. You'd be grabbing it. You'd be like, whoa. See, after the Bruce Lee craze for me, my dad, one of my sister's boyfriends, he said, "Have you ever seen Silent Rage with Chuck Norris?" I went, "Nah, never heard of it." He said, "Oh, you might like it." He said, "Recommend it, good film." Anyway, so my dad went to video shop. He said, "Hey Tom, have you got Silent Rage?" He goes, "Yeah, it's there." So there it was, Chuck Norris, Silent Rage. We watched it, and it was quite on the horror side. I was like,
very much a slasher.
I was like, "Oh, this is not like Bruce Lee." He was great kicking the ass of the bikers. I thought, yeah, this is brilliant. This is some good stuff. But that John Kirby, wow, he was a creepy dude.
He was.
I mean, it scared me. My sister was scared to watch it. She was like, "Ah, this is like Halloween. It's like Michael Myers." This, she said, "It's creepy. This fella, and you can't kill him." You know what I mean? They were shooting him, and he was getting back up, and I was like,
"Yeah, he might still be at the bottom of that well."
I think he's still there. he's still there. Yeah, but yeah, it was an awesome film. So that got me into Chuck Norris films a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was into like the early Chuck Norris films, like Octagon, Good Guys Wear Black, Post Vengeance, Silent Rage.
I got one. Slaughter in
Shanghai.
No, San Francisco.
That's it. Yeah, he plays a rare villain in that, doesn't he?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I got it on VHS. I haven't watched it. I haven't been able to find a digital copy, so I'll have to watch it on there.
He plays a villain in that. He's still got the blonde hair. He's still kicking ass in that as well. He's good. Eye for an Eye was a good one, Chuck Norris.
Yes.
He got some good. I always felt that Chuck Norris, as good as he was, he should have showed more of it. It's like his fight scenes never went on for too long. He just did little bits and then back to the guns and the action. And I was like, it'd have been nice to have seen him do a bit more in them.
Yeah.
You know, as he was a karate champion. Like,
he was, He was legit.
Yeah, nice guy, Mr. Norris. He's
Yeah.
Lone Wolf of Quade's another good one of his. I like that one.
I do like that one.
David Carradine. Now there's a controversial name in martial arts.
David
Carradine.
They didn't get on, I know that.
David Carradine.
Let's have a look. Warner Brothers distributed a number of Shaw Brothers martial arts films in the UK on Warner videotape. Can you name the titles?
Warner Brothers, Black Belt Jones, Jim Kelly. Remember that one? Hot Potato, Black Belt Jones. Let's see, there was quite a lot of them. There was quite a lot of Warner Brothers. He's right. There was a lot of Warner Brothers. But remember Jim Kelly's too. Hot Potato and Black Belt Jones were on Warner Brothers, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. There was quite a lot because Warner Brothers released at the same time. They were really going for it with the Clint Eastwood films. They were releasing all the Clint Eastwood films and all the Bond films on Warner Brothers. And they'd even got the rights to the Rocky franchise off Intervision because Rocky 1 and 2 was Intervision in a cardboard sleeve. And then they started with Rocky 3 in the yellow with the big Warner's box.
Yeah, that's one I used to rent.
And then they released Rocky 1 and 2 with the big Warner's box as well. But yeah, Warner Brothers released a lot of them. But Black Belt Jones. Yes, please, baby.
Do you want a cup of tea? Or...
Yeah, I'll have another cup of tea. Thank you.
2 sugars for me, please.
2 sugars, yeah. But Warner Brothers did Black Belt Jones, Hot Potato. Now, let's think. It's been a while since I thought about the Warner Brothers Kung Fu. I do remember seeing They Call Me Bruce, but I don't think that was Warner Brothers. But I definitely know that Jim Kelly Hot Potato and Black Belt Jones was on Warner Brothers.
There you go. Black Belt Jones. Gonna look that up. 1974.
Yeah. He did that after the success of Enter the Dragon.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
Right. Let's see what we got. Oh, so yeah. Twin Dragon Encounter came out in 1986. So definitely worth a watch.
Anything 80s, yeah.
There's trouble. Ricky.
Mm.
How are you, sir? Now, yeah. So you want to plug your new podcast while we're here?
Yeah. I'll be doing a new horror podcast with my partner in crime, the Lost Boy, from my horror playground here with the Masters of the Macabre, and that's coming in September. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about certain horror films and showing a lot. So it's not just going to be a talk show. It's just going to be showing what we've got. We will have certain guests on. Gareth will be invited. You know, there'll be quite a few different guests on over the time, but it'll be showing a lot as well, rather than just interviewing each other. So because Ant's got an amazing collection, he doesn't show me very much of it, so I'm squeezing it out of him. So we will be coming on in September. Mid-September towards the Halloween season, which is just bang on time. I've just sorted out myself a new T-shirt as well. I don't know whether you can see this, but this was the front.
Yes, it over a bit. Yeah, there you go. The Masters of the Macabre.
Yeah, and then there was skulls and stuff on the back.
I see them. Yeah.
So that's a new T-shirt I'm putting out. We're going to do. If we do well, if we do get quite well, and we do all right, get some subscribers and followers, we'll start doing some giveaways every month, something like that, you know. And it won't be crap. It'll be something good.
Well, if that Enter the Dragon X Rentals up for a grab, then
well, watch this space, Gareth. You know what I mean? If we get a decent following, and we get some decent people subscribing and following, then we'll be doing some giveaways every month. And it won't be, and it possibly could be some rare stuff. You know what I mean?
Chuck Norris is overrated. Oh,
yeah. I've heard that a lot. I would
Ricky
like to fight him though.
To his face.
I'd probably like to fight him now that he's 90. Probably put a full Nelson on him and give him a pile driver. But I don't think I don't think back in the day he was. I think he was pretty good.
Yeah, Bruce Lee thought he was good enough to fight him. So
well, Bruce Lee picked him, didn't he, out of everybody? Yeah. So, but he thought he was good enough.
Ricky's old mouth. He'd be eating his teeth if Chuck Norris could see this now.
Yeah, Chuck Norris. Yeah, well, Chuck Norris is so hard. He's got a fist in his beard, Ricky. So that beard would come on the screen and the fist would come out.
Yeah. You got a good following, Davey. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Something different. I'm not competing with what Gareth's doing, because obviously I'll still be coming back on Gareth's channel as well. So it'll be because I mean, Gareth, I'm forever grateful for Gareth for inviting me on his channel. So I mean, I'm not gonna. Yeah, Gareth will be a guest on our horror show as well. And
thank you.
It's loyalty, mate.
Well, Ant's agreed to come on to the next one, I think, for Horror Night.
So, yeah, well, that's straight up his street, said it. So, yeah.
There's plenty to talk about with horror. Oh, there you
go. Plenty of that. Thanks, sweetheart.
Oh, where's mine? Coffee.
Come and say hello. This is me daughter.
Oh, shit.
Language, Timothy.
This is my daughter, Almia.
Hello.
Hello.
Say hello to the universe. So we're on. So we're talking about martial arts. You did a bit of judo. We sent me to judo. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I said to her, when out of all my collection, when I go,
Are then you finally passed.
when I go, I said, "What are you going to keep?" She just said, "Me nunchakas." That was it. The Bruce Lee nunchakas.
It's all right. You give me the films. You can have the nunchuckers.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, Ricky's chickened out and rephrased it. He says Chuck Norris movies are overrated.
Yeah. Well, some of them are. Some of them are. I think the other one. Thanks, babe. I think.
You like your Bruce Lee? Shut up. You
Yeah, I like Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Oh,
But we're talking about all martial arts.
well, some of them are shit.
Some of them are shit. Yeah. A lot of them are.
Yeah, there's a big majority of them. That...
There is a majority of martial arts films that are not very good. No, but I think some of Chuck Norris's are overrated. He's right in a way.
Yeah. For once.
But he has done some good ones.
So, have you seen a martial arts film in the last 22 years that's any good?
22 years, so that would take it to 2000.
Yeah, I think in
My God.
millennium.
You know, that's actually a challenge, that, Gareth, because I watched from the 80s to the 90s.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything from the 2000s onwards of martial arts. Maybe Ip Man, Donnie Yen.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I was impressed with Donnie Yen, Ip Man, the Ip Man series.
Yeah, everyone seems to point to that one as the only answer, really.
Well, there's no real. The Raid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, hang on, the brain's kicking in now because I'm
thinking. He says caffeine.
When someone asked me about martial arts, I think of all the classic ones: the Bruces, the Chucks, the early Jackie Chans, even the Van Dams, and some of the Steven Seagals.
Yeah.
So when I think martial arts, I think of the earlier stuff rather than later because there's not been many people after Van Damme that's made a big imprint.
No.
I know that Donnie Yen's come into his own a little bit, and that kid from the Raid.
Oh yeah,
there's somebody else as well. I get him mixed up with the kid from the Raid. There's was it Ong Bak or something like that?
Oh yeah,
that kid. He's good as well. There's a few, but
I haven't had the films to shine in yet since the Raid and On Back. But
the Raid I really enjoyed. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
there's some good fighting in the Raid.
Yeah, because I've got some of the collections I picked up. They have the covers but not the tapes, and then vice versa. Okay. Vice versa. I got this one, which is unmasked and unlabeled.
So it could be anything.
But apparently it's Shaolin Temple from 1982 with Jet Li.
Wow.
Jet Li, as he was back then. And it's his first film, I believe.
Right, so that'll be a classic, won't it?
Well, yeah, but I'm not sure if it's recorded off of another tape because it doesn't look to be a legit. It looks like a newer tape, so but it is just that film. So someone's copied it.
I always loved the 36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cracking film. I loved that film, but on the original VHS, the X rental that I had, it was cut to bits. It was the whole training. They cut like the training scene, extra training scenes out. And when I watched it, I think I watched it on Prime. I said, 36 Chambers of Shaolin. I'll just sit and have a laugh at this. Brilliant. And there was about 20, I kid you not, there was about 20 minutes extra in it. I was like, oh my God, there's an extra 20 minutes in this thing. So, Chamber of Shaolin is 36 Chamber of Shaolin is one of my favorites as well. That's got to be up there with Jackie Chan's Wheels on Meals and Dragon's Forever and Police Story.
Yeah, because these are the ones I just had the slips for. You got the Instant Kung Fu Man.
Wow.
That's got John Liu, Hung Jan Lee. Yeah. No one I recognize.
Huang Zhang Li is a good one. He did Huang Zhang Li, great him. A grey-haired dude. Good head of hair on him. And, I was always jealous of his hair. He was in The Eagles Killer. Yeah, and he was going around as an assassin. The Eagles Killer. He was a bad dude. Pretty good. See, there was a lot of good martial artists that never really got to shine.
Yeah, that's a shame. Some of them were really good, but never got there.
They got lobbed in with all the Bruce Lee imposters and such, but not true. I mean, Wang Jan Lee was another good one. But again, there was, what's this one?
Tigers of Shaolin. It's like a football team.
10 Tigers of Shaolin, that's
so
it.
it's the original uncut version in colour, full screen.
That's what we want.
English version, though, with Bruce Young, Hong Yong Shen, Pao Pao. Yeah.
All the stars. it's got the ensemble cast of thousands.
It's got a review on the back. I didn't see that before. An above-average, action-filled kung fu about courage and justice. The 10 Tigers of Shaolin will keep you absorbed in wonderment from sequence to sequence. To the climatic end, crafted to fascinate. Mel Tobias, variety correspondent. There you go. That's the best review they could get.
Superb. I mean, I remember Men from the Monastery, and then there was the Jewel of the Brave Ones, and there's loads of them now on Prime.
Is there?
And they were free for a long time. And then I started watching them. They started charging
Robin
$3.99, $4.99. I was like, oh, that's bullshit. I was watching these.
It's not worth that much.
And they were all the badly one. They're all the bad ones, all the bad dub ones. where the English dubbed actors were drunk. You know what I mean? Doing the dubbing.
They always were, weren't they?
A Cockney sounding Chinese man. All right there, mate.
That's how I first saw Police Story 1 and 2 was the Cockney versions. I thought, what the fuck is that?
Cockney, a lot of them films was the Cockney versions. I remember one of them, just down the road there, mate. Listen to the voices. I mean, they must have been having a blast dubbing them films.
Making it like the fucking Sweeney.
Yeah.
What about this?
Monkey Magic. I loved it. And that priest that was a girl but was playing a boy with the bald head.
Yeah.
Tippy Tarka, was it?
Yeah, that's it. Bloody hell, Pigsy.
I used to always like Sandy as well. The bald spot.
Yeah, he was
skulls
awesome.
around his neck. He was cool.
Yeah.
That was good, that, wasn't it? Was that Japanese?
I think so. I think it must have been. But yeah, it's on like BBC 2 at 6 p.m. or something.
I remember it. I was always trying to watch it.
Yeah.
Monkey just jumped out of an egg at the beginning. Whee! Like, what on earth?
What the fuck is this?
That's what my dad actually said when he walked in once. I was watching it. He goes, that thing was Monkey. We then walked in. What
You fly around on a bloody cloud.
on a cloud. God. And he had that gold headband on.
Yeah, they got tight on it.
Oh, that's it. Brilliant stuff, that. You never lived if you haven't seen Monkey.
Yeah, I don't know much
Did
about
they ever
the
release that? Have they released that at all? Have they re-released it?
Thought they had. Well, I think it's far too silly to watch now. Was it Monkey? Was it called Monkey or Monkey Magic here?
Monkey Magic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They did change it to Monkey.
I remember it as Monkey.
I think everybody added the magic because of the theme tune.
Yeah, Monkey Magic. Monkey Magic. Oh, there's Monkey Magic, the movie on Blu-ray. The Funkiest Monkey. There you go. $7.99.
Funkiest Monkey.
$7.99 on Amazon. Sold.
Featuring all the classics.
Oh, hang on. Did we get to that? All of them, especially Delta Force. Delta Force is an hour too long because it's like 2.5 hours, that film.
Lee Marvin, I weren't impressed with the Delta Force.
No.
Delta Force 2 was all right.
Yeah, that was like a 90-minute action film in Colombia, wasn't it? So that was pretty good.
He was all right in that.
Yeah. 2 one-home video Marshall titles I remember: Chinatown Kid and Heroes 2.
Heroes 2.
Some great artwork on the Shaw Brothers titles. Okay.
Yeah. But it was Black Belt Jones and Hot Potato with Jim Kelly. They were two more. Hot Potato. Yeah, that was another
Awesome.
one.
I didn't know that.
Hot Potato. I think that was another return of Enter the Dragon, but with Jim Kelly as Bruce Lee.
Have you seen Balls of Fury about ping pong? That's Enter the Dragon.
No, I've not seen that one. No.
With Christopher Walken. Oh, there you go. Hot Potato, 1976. Martial arts tries to rescue an ambassador's daughter who was kidnapped in Thailand. There you go. Sold.
Yeah. Jim Kelly.
He's awesome.
He was, yeah.
And the Shaolin Temple on Warner Home Brother. There you go.
The Shaolin Temple.
How many films had the word Shaolin in the title?
All of them. All of them. Even Into the Dragon, you offended my family and you offended a Shaolin Temple.
So Dutch is here. Here we are.
Hey, Dutch.
Someone else to put me straight. And Jeff.
Hey,
there we go. And Nos is back from the cinema.
Hey, Nos.
Yeah, the new Idris Elba film, The Beast, where I think he's trapped by a lion. But yeah, I didn't expect much from that.
Never heard of it.
It's just come out this week, I think, or this weekend.
Right, okay.
Dutch, of course, has 4 ex-rental Shaw Brothers tapes. Men from the Monastery, Hero 2, the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, Return to the 36th Chamber.
The 36th Chamber of Shaolin, Return to the 36th Chamber. Men from the Monastery, remember that one. Heroes 2.
What is this one? I picked this up on the way out, but it's only missing an actual release. It is directed by Dud Young Lee. Also known as, doesn't say who's in it. Jet Li. Learn the truth behind Bruce Lee's death. Bruce Lee fights back from the grave. Return of the Dragon.
Yeah. Bruce Lee fight back from the grave. That was another one.
Oh, it's Bruce K.L. Lee. L-E-A.
Right. But the K was very, very small on the list.
Yeah. Well, they put it, I don't know if you pick it up.
Yeah.
Focus. Just there, Bruce. Focus.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Bruce K. Lee. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Need to watch that.
Well, you could tell when the Chinese was trying to appeal to a much wider audience, the cast of people started getting English names. Instead of Feng Wai Shirt, it was getting Jimmy Chan. They called John Wing and things like that. They were getting very English and American sounding names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wang Wing Ping become Jeremy Fu and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, on Warner's, but they are Shaw Brothers tape. There you go.
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon had a big box release, or should I say reissue on Warner Home Video. The cover is identical to the first UK release. Oh, okay, hang on. Where's the one I had? There you go. Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah.
On the release, but yeah, there you go. That's the one on the widescreen one I got, and the anniversary one I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's with that stick instead of the nunchucks, because
the stick and the nunchucks.
I don't think any of the proper release VHS got nunchucks because it's probably done out by '99, weren't they?
Yeah, well, they got reinstated back then, didn't they?
Yeah. As soon as Furman was at the door, they just said, "Fuck it, release everything uncut."
Well, they did. The first thing they did was release The Exorcist, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Exorcist, Cocklook Orange. All the films that come out.
Yeah, all the films started becoming uncut. Yeah.
What was it? What was that company? I can't see it now. The horror one where they could release everything uncut.
Vipco.
That's him. Thank you.
Yeah, Vipco. Yeah, because it started bringing out when I went into Blockbusters in Warrington. All the Bogeyman started surfacing. The Bogeyman, and I thought, and I wouldn't trust it. I thought, nah, it's going to be cut, and it's like, no, uncut for the first time since its first release in 1980. And I was like, nah, I ain't buying it. It's got a small box. I ain't buying it.
No.
But Vipco started releasing them all uncut because Furman had gone and he packed his bags.
Yeah.
I think there was a party in the BBFC when
I bet there was.
Because he certainly put the blockers on everything.
He did. He was. I can't remember what. Definitely from the mid '80s, wasn't it? Where he came in.
Yeah, he took over the Video Nasties thing, didn't he? With with the chief and the commissioner of the Manchester Police up in Manchester. They were horrendous, and it was just it was a shocking time. Like I said, I also got raided twice by the police looking for Video Nasties. And then they had churches involved. Local churches would suggest titles to the police.
Yeah.
And my mum was on one of the committees, and my mum was defending them. My mum was one of the few defending them, saying, well, Halloween's not going to stop someone being robbed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Banning these films makes no sense.
Yeah.
They're just films. She said, put rating stickers on them. Yes, because don't ban them.
Yeah, it just makes them more desirable.
I mean, they're not. You see, but then again, she was overruled by church-going people, and every horror film got handed into the bloody police in our town.
He was with the BBFC from 75 to 99. Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's it. He was a tyrant.
The whole time,
yeah.
And he was a filmmaker before he joined them, apparently.
What films did he release? Bugsy Malone? Yeah,
that's a good point. Look.
I know, yeah. I'm telling you.
I just got this. Only Bruce Lee rental owners Way of the Dragon.
Good film. Good
any of them's good.
Good side film.
5 of them we only made properly, really, didn't we? Let's have a look. Cool tape, Dave. Yeah, that Enter the Dragon.
That Enter the Dragon one. Yeah.
Here we go.
PV 1006.
That's the important bit. That sticker.
Yeah.
No, he's got 25 things to his name. Mostly TV shows.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome Elves, Great Mysteries. Yeah, a lot of theatre.
He'd never lived, had he?
TV. Ghost Squad. Nothing I recognise.
No.
A
good riddance to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Davey has the Pevan or Pev cat release.
PVN, yeah.
Enter Dragon was re-released in '87 on UK rental. Yeah.
Was, yeah.
That'll be the cut version. Oh, there you go. I checked my Superman rental tape. I wanted to check if it's a legit original tape. Can you guys confirm? It's a tape by a company called Solar Video. Yeah.
Which Superman was that? The original 77?
Yeah.
I only remember it on Warner Brothers, I'm afraid.
I don't think I ever rented it.
We rented it. It was on Warner Brothers.
Because my video shop was so small, I had 3 rental tapes I used to get every time. Rocky 3, Blade Runner, and Empire Strikes Back.
Well, Blade Runner, I've got the original Blade Runner back there, haven't I? With the first release of that.
I don't remember having. I only watched Superman on TV.
I think Superman with Christopher Reeve. I only remember it on Warner Brothers. It could have had a sub company release it as well.
I guess it's the Netherlands as well. So
because Intervision was bought out by Warner Brothers, so you got Rocky 1 and 2 were Intervision, The Wolfen, and Carrie.
Ah, yes.
And all those films that were re-released in the early 80s as well on big box Warner Brothers with these type ones. But I think Superman was one of them. I'm not sure if it had in the UK anyway. In the UK, it was definitely. I think it was Warner Brothers because that's the only one I remember.
Yeah, I think I only rented probably the third one. Probably the first one I rented. The others I just saw on TV so much.
Yeah, I went to the pictures watching Superman 3 with Richard Pryor in it, and I just hated it. I hated it. My favourite was always Superman 2.
Yeah, I did like that one.
I preferred
More action.
General Zod. He was brilliant.
Yeah, get straight to the action, that one.
Yeah, it was good, that one. I enjoyed that more.
Have you seen the Donner cut?
The what?
The Donner cut.
No, I've not, no.
Yeah, not people always wanted it, but once they've seen it, they're not a fan of it because
Right.
it's a lot more serious.
Right.
But yeah.
I was ushered away from Superman very quickly by my dad. Get these Bruce Lees on.
Not violent enough.
I know. Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee. I mean, I still like these. These are still part of my childhood. You know what I mean? And they always will be. Watching The Big Boss and I, my sister. My favourite tapes. I don't think I'd ever part with them.
No.
And that one's the very first VHS I ever bought. So that's as old as I am. That is. So I've tried to look after them as best I can.
Yeah, it's very good.
I did have the thingy. I've got the Fury of the Dragon as well. There, it was the feature length version of the Green Hornet with Bruce in. They marketed that in the early 80s as the next Bruce Lee film. So me and my dad again duped into renting it. and when we watched it, it was the green, like bloody Batman. We guys are watching bloody Batman here. It was the Green Hornet with Van Williams and Bruce.
Yeah, I never saw. I don't think that was on TV. Was it here? I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, that's some nice moments in. To be honest, some classic moments.
I was wrong. Jeff and Nos prefer the Superman Donner cut.
I'll check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's tricky because it uses scenes that were like casting scenes, so they were only like testing the character. Then there's no proper footage of the stuff what he could salvage. There was mostly just bits of where they were practicing for the camera, and it reuses the ending where he spins around the Earth again. That was originally going to be the ending, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see that video in that tape in a video Dutch, so we can have a good look at it.
Yeah. So then, it was Van Damme came into the picture then, didn't he?
He took the world by storm.
He certainly did. Ivan the Russian, wasn't
he? That's how I first saw him.
In No Retreat, No Surrender, yeah. I saw him as Ivan the Russian with his slick back hair. And he was sure giving an impressive performance.
He did, yeah. I was very impressed. But yeah, I always loved that No Retreat, No Surrender.
I saw the European cut on DVD with it was a lot long with more in, and I didn't like it. I preferred the original cut UK VHS because they changed the soundtrack to it and everything.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
The beginning comes on with a picture of Bruce Lee in red from Enter the Dragon. And the soundtrack's all different. It takes away that cheesiness.
Yeah.
I prefer the UK cut VHS version.
Yeah, because when we did a watch party, I had the digital copy on my watching here, and then the VHS in the background, and the whole middle is all edited different. It's in different order.
Yeah. I prefer the original VHS version that we got. It's a lot better watch, I think.
The Donner cut brought back Brando instead of Mrs. Superman's mum. So yeah, they had all the footage from Brando. But yeah, that was a good bit. I was at the beginning. First Van Damme, Bloodsport, late night telly.
Yeah, that Bloodsport was that.
I rented that.
He did No Retreat, No Surrender, then he did Black Eagle with Sho Kosugi.
That was advertised as Van Damme's new film, and I went to rent it, and I thought, "Where's Van Damme in it?" Not watching this.
I just spent it was like set in the dark on a ship, and I was like, "What?" He falls and he gets killed by propellers.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And I was like, "Nah, this is no. Sho Kosugi's a ninja. He's not a. He's not this SEAL person. No. But then Bloodsport came out. And really, for him, thank God that it did, because that's the one that sort of launched him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was a classic film. I think everybody had really piled in to see Bloodsport. Mainstream, the whole people. He revolutionized martial arts again.
It did. It did. Because, yeah, by the mid-'80s, times had changed. Yeah. We weren't getting the Hong Kong stuff back then.
No, Cynthia Rothrock had come back to America, and
Mm.
she was releasing her own stuff, China O'Brien and that, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But Van Damme, then he went off with Kickboxer. I wasn't a fan of Kickboxer. I liked Bloodsport. I wasn't a fan of Kickboxer. I didn't like Kickboxer very much. It started becoming the same very quick. But then he released Cyborg, and now everybody hated Cyborg, but I liked it. It was different.
I hated Cyborg when it came out.
Everybody did. Everybody did, and I like it. I liked it then. And it's crap, it's crap. I said, no, it's different. I said, we've seen Bloodsport, we've seen Kickboxer, he's done Cyborg, and then he come back with AWOL, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that was all right.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like AWOL and Double Impact.
Double Impact
Damage.
Double Impact with Bolu Young again.
I think, yeah, Double Impact was the first one I saw in the cinema, Van Damme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double Impact. He was good. Then there was Hard Target as well, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, yeah. First round of Van Damme was the same, except I remember watching it during the day with my brother who introduced me to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Taped at night. Yeah. Who hasn't tried to replicate the moves and do the splits?
By that point, no, I wasn't even going to try. I was into my weightlifting. I wasn't going to be a martial artist. Bruce Lee had taught me early on in my career, Gareth, that I'm not going to be a martial artist.
Yeah, I learned very early on. I got no coordination.
I could not do the things that I was seeing. Even though I did, I did chop up my mum's broom and cut two pieces of wood together, and I swung them round, and the screw came out and went flying through a window. So, yeah, well, there you go.
Hang up your nunchucks.
I hung up my nunchucks in about 84. Well, they were took off me by my dad.
Yeah. You think they look easy. You just hold it and spin it, then grab it and chuck it around and grab it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is the reason they were banned, wasn't it? Because they were everywhere in the 70s.
And all that started coming out. And it was like, no, get off. Ninja outfits and costumes come in.
Yeah.
I wanted a ninja costume, but they got banned before.
Martial arts magazines back then, you could buy anything, couldn't you? It
was brilliant.
Throwing
stars.
Real fucking shurikens. Who thought that was
good stuff?
No age checks, just you could order them, and as long as you paid, they'd turn up in 28 days.
I always wanted a Game of Death yellow tracksuit with a black stripe down.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't get one. Could you imagine?
I had a light blue side black shell suit. That's as close as I got.
Ninja. I'd rather have the black ninja outfit.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Black ninja.
They look like a lot of effort to put on the real ones.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Still is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool nunchucks, definitely.
Yeah. My dad bought me them.
Watch out any thief that tries to get those videos.
Yeah. Oh, I will. You gotta get past the kittens first. They'll give you a mauling.
Yeah, not everyone can pull off a yellow tracksuit. That is true.
Even back in the day when it was like that, there was no way. Because then, it's your dignity as well. There's just no way. There's no way. You'd have been laughed off the streets in the 80s wearing one of them.
Yeah.
Walking down the street with a yellow tracksuit. They'd be like, look at him.
You have to be like Spinal Tap and get a cucumber.
You'd have been mugged. You'd have been beaten. You'd have had to have been Bruce Lee to defend off the attackers.
Yeah. Beat up by the bullies.
Yeah, you would have really been thrown in the back of the car and beaten, never to be
What?
seen again.
Or knock yourself out defending yourself with your nunchucks.
That's it. Yeah. Learn to jump over houses quickly. Learn to fly.
So, I don't know, because nunchucks were banned, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. You couldn't get them. My dad bought me them a few years back.
In Germany, nunchuck have been illegal since April 2006, as when they were declared a strangling weapon. In England and Wales, public possession of nunchucks is heavily restricted.
Is that today?
I don't know. I'm just looking.
I was going to say, when's that?
Yeah, you might be. You might want to put those away.
I might want to hide that.
They are categorized as an offensive weapon and therefore not permitted to be carried in public in the UK. There you go.
Right, so that's my dad all over.
As long as they're not, it is. Guidance states that with a martial arts license, it is possible to own nunchucks as long as they are not used outside of a private setting.
Well, I'll just have to stick with my Mad Max sawn-off shotgun then go.
Put that away. Why you can't say ninja in the UK? There you go.
Ninja, no.
Oh, he said it. Yeah, everything. When did nunchucks become? In 1974, they banned.
In 1974, they got banned.
Well, that's in America.
All right. I was going to say here, they didn't know what they were here.
No, they wouldn't know. What is legal for self-defense? I'm going down a rabbit hole here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it.
No ripping out.
No
Probably
ripping the hearts out or with the
yeah, or that touch of death you've learnt.
touch of death, the touch of death, yeah. Come near me, I know the touch of death one.
Oh, there you go. Jeff's gonna wear one. In a Bruce Lee video.
A few years ago, about 10 years ago, we were going to a fancy dress party with friends of ours in Manchester, and Jilly, my wife, was going to dress up as Kill Bill, the bride, yes. in the kung fu tracksuits, and I so wish she had done, because it would have been nice, but she chose to do Jason Voorhees instead with the sexy dress on and the
sexy Jason. There you go.
Yeah, she did a sexy Jason instead. I thought, no, I'd like to have seen you in that yellow tracksuit, love. Would have been better. But there we go. But yeah, Kill Bill brought that back trendy again.
It did, didn't it?
So everybody could sort of wear the yellow tracksuit as a two-piece now.
But then all the young people think it's a Kill Bill thing.
And we know better. we know the truth. Yeah, the truth will set you free.
So yeah. Nunchucks are also illegal in Netherlands. Okay.
Oh right, no, that shocks me because there's not much illegal in the Netherlands.
No, that is weird.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's one of the things that no one actually cares about nunchuckers.
Yeah.
Unless you do try and attack someone with them.
Yeah, they're just on the shelf there, so
yeah. I'm sure. Even if you walk down the street with them in your pocket or something, no one would do anything.
I'm gonna show you this.
Okay.
I was gonna rip my collection down. I was anyway because I wanted to show you a few things. But this is one of my. This is like a Bible.
Oh.
This is one of my most favorite editions I've got in my collection. All around me is horror, Gareth, as you can see.
Yeah.
The heart of my collection is Bruce Lee for the reasons why I said. But this was like the holy grail of my collection, and it opens up.
It's very fancy.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't even remember. Yeah, it opens up with a metallic thing.
Oh, bits dropping out.
Yeah, opens up, and it is like a photo album.
Oh bloody hell!
Of all Bruce Lee's films.
That is awesome.
And this is one of my prized possessions. It's from Korea.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
At the end, he's fighting the overrated Chuck Norris at the end. You know what I mean? But that is quite that's from Korea. It's a Korean edition. It's like a leather Bible type thing.
Is it?
That's the whole collection. It's the Chinese collection. Very rare to get a hold of. There's all sorts of goodies in this. There's like a massive chunky booklet with it. It's hardly been read because I've obviously
don't
really used it, but there's all sorts of stuff in there about the makings of and that.
That's awesome. All right.
Different bits and bobs in there.
I think the only thing I got created is the Pink Panther box set from the old films on DVD. That's not as nice as that.
The Bruce Lee collection tickets as well.
Ooh. Actually, it's rubbish. Give you £1 for it.
Yeah.
You pay the postage.
So yeah, this was back in the DVD boom.
Yes.
When the DVDs were first doing the rounds and all these exceptional editions, and then when I found out that other countries had much better versions than Great Britain, typically,
as usual,
I had to get a region-free player.
Yeah.
And I tracked this down for a couple of £100.
Worth it.
Yeah, well worth it, mate. It's like a Bible. It's like the New Testament. Beautiful. And I picked up this one off eBay. What do you like this one?
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that.
Opens up. And it's a Bruce Lee Mandarin Superstar.
Here he is. It's got the same body as me. Oh, that's a VHS. Look at that.
There you go.
An awesome box.
Well, I like the box though.
Yeah, that is an awesome box. I've never seen one like that.
Opened up, so that's in the collection there as well. So I had to show you them, but that was the crown jewel. I have Enter the Dragon, a couple of big box sets of Enter the Dragon, or the Warner Brothers.
Only a couple of big sorts. Is that a widescreen one in the background?
Yeah.
Look at it.
There's that Fury of the Dragon.
Does he fight a dragon in that?
Billed as the next Bruce Lee film.
There he is. Look at him.
And it was an Entertainment Video that brought that one out.
That's not a good one. Oh yeah, the EV.
The next Bruce Lee film. It was the Green Hornet. But yeah, my box set here. I've got that collection.
I remember seeing that in HMV. I wish I fucking bought it now.
Yeah, it comes with a really nice book as well.
That's sad.
Nice book and all. It's like nice 30-year book, but it's got digipacks of all the films and the Hong Kong Legends ones.
That is great.
So that's nice. I'd recommend, if you can get it at a good price, Gareth, I'd grab it.
Yeah, definitely. If I see that anywhere,
it's quite a chunky one as well. It's well worth picking that up.
He's not. He's out of favour at the moment, so.
My daughter got me Bruce Lee the Life book.
Who's that by? Matthew?
That is Matthew Polly. A lot of dirty secrets in there about Bruce.
I think that's
the one.
the Dragon Bruce Lee story was written by his wife, so it's a bit of a rose tinted glasses version.
Here's the big Warner Brothers box.
That's the one I remember. Oof, that's
The big one with the soundtrack in.
Ah,
This has got gold. Nice gold.
gold.
Nice gold box. But it's also got a lot of postcards and prints.
Yeah, you got the cinema ones. What are they called?
Yeah, they're actual cinema prints. Film cell. Cinema prints.
Still. Bloody up. And good
Quite a lot of them. They haven't been opened.
No, definitely not. I've
And then
never
I've got
opened
the soundtrack.
it.
And then this is the one I wanted to show you.
Okay. Ooh, the VHS. Okay.
But I think it's got the stick on.
He's got the stick, yeah. I guess.
So it might I'm not sure where it's cut or not.
Yeah. I suppose it depends on what year it came out. Whether they could be bothered to update the picture.
Yeah. And that's the special edition.
That's the picture that's on my widescreen.
Widescreen. Yeah, it's the widescreen.
There you go. Oh, it's the anniversary one. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've got an anniversary.
Not sure whether it was cut or not.
Odds are it was. Unfortunately.
Especially with the stick. Dubious showing of the stick.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it might have been trimmed.
Yeah, I doubt they would have bothered putting on the tape if they hadn't cut it from the poster.
Bastard Furman again.
Yes, Nos, that is the reason we have Hero Turtles, not Ninja Turtles. Ninjas were banned.
Yeah.
And you got through a few things. Hey, Echo's here. Hi, Echo. There's the widescreen one. Look at that.
Was that one? This on DVD.
Ah, that's it. That's the DVD.
And again, it's got the cards in.
That's like the Exorcist one I got.
Similar, yeah. Similar thing. It's got the cards in its own little box.
Oof.
It's got some stills.
The old posters.
And it's got this version on DVD. The snapper case version.
Ah, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's lovely.
That's not bad, is it?
No, it's nice and shiny as well. Some effort went into it, at least. That's very good.
So that one I had that a while. So that's them. So that's my Bruce Lee collection.
Right, hang on. I'll jump forward a bit in the chat. That looks great from Dutch. This is that's very cool, Davey. Don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. It's that Korean one.
Oh, Mike's here. Hi, Mike. Yeah, that Korean one's.
That Korean one. This one is just like the Bible.
Yeah. Do they like him that much over there that they did something so special?
Yeah, the Koreans release really good editions.
Yeah, I need
So
to.
if you ever want any special editions on DVD and Blu-ray, guys, check out Korea. The Koreans will release something special.
No, I know. Thank you. Dr. Impossible still likes Lester's version of Superman 2. Donna was up against the producers on the original, yeah. Because, they wanted to get the first one done before finishing the second one, didn't they? No wonder Donna dug it off and made the toy with Richard Pryor. I used to love the toy. I haven't seen it for a very long time. I don't think it's probably aged very well. But then he came back with the Goonies. Yeah, then he was back on track. I like the Lester version. Grew up on the Lester version. Not all of it makes sense. Like when he throws his Superman symbol and it grows into a large plastic thing. And
Yeah, I remember that. It was quite big, yeah.
And then they say he didn't kill the three bad guys because they just fell down holes, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But did they die?
He lost his powers and then he tried to fly and fell down a hole. Incidentally, the big one in Superman 2, he was in Hero of the Terror, Chuck Norris. He played the villain. Yeah, he played the villain, Simon Moon, in Hero of the Terror.
I've seen him on Instagram. He's still on Instagram. I need to get in touch with him.
Jack O'Halloran or something.
That's him. Jack O'Halloran.
He was with Chuck Norris in Hero of the Terror.
Yeah, not as good as the Silent Rage.
Nowhere near. But that was when Chuck Norris was doing his weightlifting phase.
Ah,
When he was going in 86, 87, 88, he was doing his powerlifting phase. So Chuck was probably his most biggest there in that film.
hang on.
I do like the Hitman with Chuck Norris though.
I do like that one as well.
That's probably what I mean. That and Silent Rage are my favourites.
I do have a soft spot for Invasion USA because how batshit crazy it is.
Oh yeah, tell Rostov it's time to die. Brilliant. Richard Lynch, he was brilliant. Him.
Was it Hellbound? Was that?
Yeah, Hellbound. Yeah, the Prosotanos that started going down the horror route, so I enjoyed that one as well. Ripping the hearts out.
Yeah, that's when Chuck was going straight to video, wasn't it? Back then.
I think he'd been going to video for a while there. Hellbound was later on in his career, I think.
Yeah, because I've been in touch with Aaron Norris.
Yeah,
he's open to coming on to the channel for an interview. So
that's cool.
He's just very busy making a new TV series at the moment. So it's probably a few months away.
Yeah,
but he said he's interested.
Well, Aaron had a lot to do with a lot of his films.
Yeah, I didn't realize as much. Like sidekicks. Well, I love sidekicks.
Hitman as well. I think he was involved, and he was involved in Silent Rage somewhere. Aaron Norris, yeah.
I think so. I don't know where is it. Can't see it. He was producer of Silent Rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
He what's he directed? He only directed 11 films. Braddock, Missing Action 3, Platoon Leader with Dudikoff, Delta Force 2 with Norris, Hitman with Norris, Sidekicks with Norris, something called Good Cop, Bad Cop, Hellbound with Norris, Top Dog with Norris.
Yeah.
Who's that? Forest Warrior, is that Chuck Norris?
That's Chuck Norris. Yeah. I never saw it.
Oh, a shape-shifting mountain man and a group of children team up to protect an enchanted forest from evil lumberjacks. There you go.
Yeah.
And then episodes of Walker, Texas Rangers. But yeah.
Yeah, he directed. Yeah, he directed Hitman. It was good. It was good. That I remember.
Yeah, good ones. Here on the Terror, one of my favorites of Chuck. It's good fun, isn't it?
Here of the Terror. Nothing so evil could die so easily.
Hellbound was the last canon film, was it?
Hellbound canon. Wow.
Yeah. Was it 93, 94? Which one have I got upstairs? I need to check on that. The worst Chuck Norris probably ever did was a Hong Kong movie. Oh, there you go. We talked about that earlier.
Lost in San Francisco.
I've got that.
I wasn't keen on Breaker Breaker.
I don't know.
That was one of his first ones as well.
Was he the star of that one?
Yeah, Breaker Breaker. Somebody kidnaps his brother and he's a truck driver.
All right, well, that makes sense.
Kidnaps his brother. It was a bit like Convoy with a bit of kung fu in.
Soul. Rubber duck.
Yeah, that's it. Rubber duck.
Even at Good Morning, Mr. Campbell. Saturday morning for Mr. Campbell. Missing Action 3 has one of my favorite lines from us. I don't step on toes, Little John. I step on rings.
Well, Missing Action 3 of Braddock was really cool. That's the one where he goes over for his son.
Yeah.
He has his son. I always like it. That's a great film, that one. I like the original Missing Action.
Yeah.
But I think Missing Action 3 actually preferred the last one.
Yeah, that's got better action. Because, they made Missing Action 2 first, didn't they? But
yeah.
Well, they made them back-to-back, 1 and 2, but they liked the second one was a better film. So they released that first, then released Missing Action, the beginning.
Yeah. And then Braddock Missing Action 3 was just a better film altogether.
Okay. So,
I like that one.
So Slaughter in San Francisco was 1974, where his name is Chuck Slaughter. There you go. Breaker Breaker. John David J.D. Dawes. And then it was Good Guys Wear Black, 4-1, Octagon, Eye for an Eye, etc., etc. There you go. Mike's here. He's sub to your channel.
Oh, yeah. Cheers for that. I'll sub you back when I finish.
Where are you doing your podcast? Is that a new channel? Is that
it'll be on my YouTube channel.
It is on the outgoing.
It'll be coming through my YouTube channel. I'll get rid of the videos that's on there, archive them, and then I'll just be doing the live stuff from there for my
Like,
horror.
oh, is it a live one? Is it not pre-recorded?
Oh, it'll be live. Me and Ant will be live. We'll be doing
All right.
chatting away live. So any questions people get, we can answer them there and then for them.
So awesome. So yeah, my favorite Chuck is Invasion USA by Zito. Yeah, it's so crazy, that film.
I always like Code of Silence as well because it's quite gritty. And Chuck actually gets beat up in that one. He gets overwhelmed in the bar. It's a good fight though. Good fights.
Yeah. Which is the one with the robot helps him take out all the bad guys at the end of it. There's like a Johnny Five robot. Someone help me out with that one. He's a policeman, and I think it was like a Death Wish script they didn't use, and he teams up using this remote controlled robot at the end to take out the bad guys that are after him.
That one slipped my mind.
It probably did. Hellbound watched it. Okay, there you go. I saw Kickboxer not long ago. It was great. The other ones were okay for what they were with Saturday Mission. Yeah, there's 5 Kickboxer films.
I was watching one. I was watching some of them, and it's Dave Bautista is in one of them.
He's at the 2 remakes. Yeah, and Dave Bautista's the Tom Poe in the remake. So yeah,
and people from like the World's Strongest Man,
the Mountain Bloke. Was it?
The Mountain Bloke. Yeah, he's in one.
To fight him.
Yeah, Van Damme was in both of them as trainer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's blinded in the second one for winning the first one or helping win the first one.
Yeah,
they're not bad films, but they're quite long for what they are.
Yeah, Sasha Mitchell. Yeah, he's been around a bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done a lot more films than I realised. Right, hang on. Horrors and Norris, a lot of Norris. They don't contain. Yeah, that is true. They don't take much. They have much fighting in.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on. I wish they'd shown more. The fight scene should have gone on for a lot longer with Chuck Norris. It was a shame because Chuck in his early day was very, very good. I mean, he could jump spinning roundhouses and stuff. He could kick, do some good kicks, and I feel it, Dutch, because his fight scenes weren't very long. But I think I remember an interview with Chuck Norris saying that he didn't want his fight scenes to be all martial arts. He's got a bit of martial arts, but he wanted to do the more action. I don't know. I don't know if that was a wise decision, really. I like the action, but it was good when Norris got his hands and feet involved because that's his calling card. I mean, it's like turning your back on your trade, isn't it? If Norris isn't using his hands and feet, what he's known for, a bit like abandoning his roots there. I agree there. Norris, I said that earlier to Gareth. There wasn't enough fights. They didn't go on long enough. They should have had more fights because he was bloody good. He was good in his day, you know. Missing action short of all of them, Bronson. Yeah, I really like the whole Chuck as a pure, and then I think the villain was great. Yeah, Suntek Ho was also in Good Guys Wear Black. He was a villain, and Chuck did a really crazy stunt where the car was driving, and he did a high kick through the windscreen and killed him. And the guy actually in the car, who was the bad guy, was Suntek Ho. And in Missing Action 2, I think I'm paraphrasing from what Chuck said here, but because of the connection with Suntek Ho, and in the beginning, the lines in Missing Action begin, I'd always want to know what would happen if us two met up again. And it was a bit of a nod to Good Guys Wear Black because he killed him in that scene. So he did. They had a great chemistry with Suntek Ho, and he was in Death Wish 4. Yeah, that's who Ramon. I think it was a Force of One or something. Yeah, Force of One. He was like an actual fighter. I think it is his son who gets killed by Bill Sugarfoot Wallace. I think it's Bill Sugarfoot Wallace in that one. He's another legend, a good friend of Chuck's, and he was involved in the fighting as well. I think he played the villain in The Ring. Yeah, Force of One was a gritty one as well. Code of Silence. I love Code of Silence. I just couldn't remember I couldn't remember the robot tank, Code of Silence, but I remember Code of Silence because I like the fight scenes, but I couldn't remember the robot tank. Mine, yeah. Yeah. The Octagon, yeah. The Octagon had promise, the ninja one, didn't it? The two half brothers. One was Japanese and then there was Chuck. Yeah, I remember that. The Octagon should have had more action, but Richard Norton was on that show, I think, with Cynthia Rothrock's friend. He was one of the ninjas in that. So Code of Silence was the robot tank, and I'm talking about how I like Code of Silence. It comes up, Code of Silence was the one with the robot tank.
It's really weird. It's pretty useless. It just like launches missiles.
I'd completely forgotten about the robot tank, but I like Code of Silence. It's a good film.
There you go. There's the Octagon.
That's
Chuck
it.
Norris.
Yeah, there was a yeah.
Head to head with deadly ninja assassins.
Yeah, they had that training camp, didn't they? They had and the guy who played John Kirby, the killer in Silent Rage, was one of the mercenaries in that.
Nah.
And that's when he first shown up in the Octagon. And then Chuck used him in Silent Rage as John Kirby.
So yeah, there's Slaughter in San Francisco, making it look like a Chuck Norris film.
Yeah, he plays the villain.
Ah, nice. Definitely gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
with bikers. Oh, it's a Golden Harvest one.
Yeah.
Is it in there? Yeah.
Like Chuck moves pretty well in it. He's young. He moves pretty well in it.
Yeah, I bet. Because he has those special trousers that have a elastic. His jeans are elasticated.
No one could wear them trousers like Chuck.
So I've only got Above the Law 2 with Cynthia.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what's that? There you go. Bit of action. The terrible Defeatable.
I actually like that one. For all its madness, that the guy collecting eyeballs in the fish tank. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
that was a one of the guys that I used to work with looked like the killer from Undefeatable.
All right.
Don Mayama, somebody was called. Yeah.
Steve McQueen's son.
Yeah, well, he was Dutching in the Karate Kid, and he bleached his hair blonde for the Karate Kid, and he's a pretty good martial artist. I want him to come back.
Yeah.
I hope they get him back for Cobra Kai, but he's a racing driver or something. So he said he's passed a couple of times, but I hope they get him back because he was good as Dutch. The Psychopath. General O'Brien 1 and 2. Yeah, I had
came out the same year, didn't they? Yeah,
just about a year or so apart, maybe. I had all the ex-rental ones, but again, they got taken back to Blockbusters. All my Chuck Norris films went back to Blockbusters. All my Cynthia Rothrock went back, and the Van Damme ones that I had went back as well. So all my martial arts, bar me Bruce Lee's, went back to Blockbusters.
The Octagon's missing him from Jeff's collection. Yeah,
not a bad one.
No, I guess a lot go out of print and a lot go.
The Eye for an Eye as well. Eye for an Eye doesn't get very much mentions, but I like that as well. Lee Van Cleef Richard Roundtree's in that one.
All right.
And Force Vengeance as well. The one before. Is it the one before Silent Rage? I think it's the one before Silent Rage.
Yeah.
Force Vengeance.
Knocking them out left and right.
It is, yeah.
I always thought Code of Silence was a procure, whatever the word is, I can't pronounce right now. Above the Law with Nika, yeah.
Yeah, because Steven Seagal started coming out then, didn't he? Yeah. The Van Damme was there, and then Seagal, his first couple of films were all right. Nico, Hard to Kill, Out for Justice.
Carradine's a bad screen fighter. I know he's
Carradine. Well.
Yeah,
David Carradine was he's obviously a legend in his own time, in his own right. He did study kung fu after he got cast for kung fu because he knew nothing of kung fu. He didn't even know what the word meant. And this is true. This is what he said in an interview. He said, I better look up, and he started he started getting practicing. He started doing a bit of kung fu, and he started doing his own tai chi stuff. So he got to appreciate it because it gave him a career at the end of the day.
Oh yes, I remember him from Kung Fu the series. I always used to watch it.
Everybody remembered David Carradine from Kung Fu, which was Bruce Lee's idea again.
Yeah, I don't know how much of dragging the Bruce Lee story said because he got kicked out because he was Asian.
That's right. That's what happened. That he was met with racism, wasn't he? And he put together a script with James Coburn called The Silent Flute. Now The Silent Flute got released, and David Carradine starred in that as well. So I thought, well, is that someone taking the piss, or is that because David Carradine's honouring Bruce Lee? Because if you remember in Kung Fu, they had David Carradine finds his long lost son, and his son's played by Brandon Lee.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. The Kung Fu the movie in 1986.
So David Carradine and the Lee family had these paths cross. I don't think there was any ill will towards Carradine.
No, I guess it wouldn't have been his fault.
And I think Carradine always respected Bruce Lee, which was nice because he always, every time I'd heard Carradine speak about Bruce Lee, he was always very respectful. And Brandon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously what happened with Brandon, that I remember David Carradine being upset about because he'd worked closely with him on Kung Fu. So when Brandon got tragically killed, David Carradine, he was upset by that, obviously, because he worked with him.
Because Kung Fu came back in the 90s. I don't think I caught it when it returned.
Yeah, my mate, we were having a laugh and we wanted to watch the travesty that was. We used to like winding our friends up at art college, the martial artists. We always said that David Carradine was the best martial artist ever. I mean, they were all going on about Bruce. They went, no, it's Carradine. Carradine brought Kung Fu to the West, not Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee started in China. You know, we just wound them all up, and we kept saying that David Carradine. I said, well, what about Chuck Norris? Well, Lone Wolf of Quavy kicked Chuck Norris's ass. He had Chuck Norris on his knees. Obviously, we were really winding them up, but we did watch the 90s version of Kung Fu. It was like the great grandson of Kane, and he's an old man with his hat and a flute. And it was cheesy, but a bit of fun.
Yeah,
nothing on the original, obviously, but I always remember David Carradine as a driver, though.
Yeah, Death Race
3000 and Carquake and Safari 3000. So I always remember as a kid David Carradine being a good driver.
Yeah.
He was always doing his own driving stunts as well.
Definitely remember him driving more than martial artsing.
Yeah.
So, that says only the last 10 minutes of Octagon is action-oriented. Okay.
Yeah, because they have to build up, don't they? It's the build up to the epic, and then he gets put into he has to go through the maze of fights, which...
So, I don't know if I've seen it in a long time. Lone Wolf McQuaid, my favorite film. Even got the Blu-ray this month. Oh, and we'll be in this next video, okay, or a future video.
Lone Wolf McQuaid was the start of the bearded Texas Ranger type thing. That was a pretty, and again, Carradine again playing the villain in that one.
The music's great. Love the fact it's pretty much 80s spaghetti western. There you go. Yeah,
it's pretty. You can see the spaghetti western influence on Lone Wolf McQuaid. And horror fans, for some of the horror fans, Kane Hodger, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 7 to 8, 9, and 10, he was a stunt guy on Lone Wolf McQuaid.
Wow.
Uncredited, but he comes in where they're going to kill the older fellow with the mustache. He died recently. L.Q. Jones or somebody, was it?
Oh.
He just passed away recently. L.Q. Jones, I think his name was. And his character gets killed by David Carradine, but Kane Hodder is behind him as well in a cowboy hat. So he's one of the stuntmen from Jace Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Chad McQueen, Don Swayze, Mike Norris start together in a film called Death Ring. Is it all the family? I seem to remember a lot of people related to action stars coming out in the 90s.
Chad McQueen released a couple. I saw Chad McQueen in this one where he had an evil eye in the tank. And it was like an evil possessed tank, and Chad McQueen was like this bouncer going around collecting money off people, and he was using his martial arts skills in that. He was alright, Chad McQueen. I liked him. Don Swayze. And Mike
Yeah,
Norris.
I don't remember him from.
Death Ring. There was a lot of them blood fights and blood sport, because Johnny William Zabka from the Karate Kid was in Shoot Fighter with Bolu Young. Shoot Fighter 1 and 2.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so it was Johnny from the Karate Kid in them with Bolu Young. And I think there was it Blood Fighter with Bolu Young? And the main bad guy was Sensei Kreese from the Karate Kid. He ripped out some guy's throat. It was, all them in the 90s. Yeah, it was.
What did I see him in? I saw him in a Matthias Hughes film. It was Kreese and Bolo Young, or were they in separate films just merged all into one?
Yeah,
I can't remember now.
They had a string of martial arts films after Bloodsport. There was Blood Fight. There was Shoot Fighter. There was all sorts of.
Okay.
King of the Kickboxers with Lauren Avedon, who did
Yes.
No Retreat, No Surrender 2 as well.
Shoot Fighter.
That's where Matthias took over as the Russian, didn't he?
Yeah, Shoot Fighter 2. Where's Shoot Fighter 1? Oh, yeah, Shoot Fighter, Fight to the Death.
There, yeah.
There we go. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's William Zabka and Bolu Young.
Oh, yeah. Didn't realise.
Yeah,
and Miriam DeVoe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not bad films.
Yeah, I never watched Walker Texas Ranger.
I watched a couple of episodes. I couldn't get into it.
No, I don't think I did at the time. I haven't got back to it at all. I know they just remade it.
Yeah. I never really. There was 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think I've probably caught a couple of bits of them when they've been on telly at the time, but never sat down and watched them properly.
Yeah.
Carradine couldn't even get his legs above his hips. He was really bad.
Well, we used to wind all the martial arts and stuff at art college and said, no, I could do it. He could do the box splits. He taught Van Damme how to do the splits. It was David Carradine, because Van Damme wanted to know how he could do the splits, and David Carradine shown him, you need to do this. There was a scene in one of the new versions of Kung Fu where a bad guy's walking through, and there's this sheet, and all you see is his expertly high kick, smack the guy in the chin, and then all of a sudden David Carradine jumps out like that. You could tell it was a stuntman who did the kick, and Carradine just came out. But if in martial law where he's fighting Chad McQueen, you can see David Carradine's got a stuntman there doing some of the fights. Yeah.
No. He did all his own stunts, I'm sure.
Yeah, he did. He the touch of death, that man, the dim man.
Yeah. I was just thinking that he barely moved against Uma Thurman when she was sat down next to him. Yeah. He just tells the story and gets killed off.
Yeah, the exploding heart technique.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You see the touch of death,
mate.
Touch of death.
Yeah, could have been more grander. Yeah.
I was hoping David Carradine would have done more in the end of Kill Bill.
Yeah,
he would have had a sword fight, because he did have some knowledge with. Joking aside, he was better than what it was in the Kill Bill.
Yeah. Yeah. I always forget what Kane Hodger was a stuntman first.
Yeah, he appears uncredited. LQ, I think his name's LQ Jones. David Carradine and his baddies go, and they shoot up his friend's place. There's a rookie with him, and he goes in, and just as he goes in, Kane Hodger stood behind him with a cowboy hat on, and Kane talked about how cool it was working with Chuck Norris, because he'd done a lot of stunt work with Steven Seagal, who was notorious for hurting stuntmen, and hurting people. And Kane was saying went an old big spiel about how Seagal hurting people for the fun of it, but working with Chuck Norris was a whole different level. He said Chuck Norris was very respective of the stuntmen, and he listened to them as much as possible. So, yeah, it was interesting that Kane's been in the, and he was in Best of the Best, Kane Hodger as well.
Yeah, I just looking through his filmography. He's in Seven, Batman Forever.
Yeah, he was in Best of the Best 1, 2, and 3 for stunts.
And,
But
yeah,
in
Best
Best of the
Me.
Best 1, he plays Bert in a bar, and
Right.
Christopher Penn's character's dancing with his girlfriend. So Kane Hodder comes up as the heavy. What you doing? And starts a fight. In the second Best of the Best, he plays a backdoor bouncer, and Chris Penn's character goes in, and he lets him in. He has a bit of a dialogue with him. So Kane Hodder's been in a few of the Best of the Best and some fighting ones.
Demolition Man, Under Siege, he's got 3. Last Boy Scout, Out for Justice.
He was in Under Siege as well with
yeah. American Ninja 2, Avenging Force, The Patriot. Yeah, I guess
he's been around. He's been around.
Yeah.
He was also in Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
Yes, I did see that at the top.
He plays the guy that kills. He's the mugger that kills his dad at the beginning. He's sat next to. He's sat in the audience. He Kane, the main villain. Kane sat next to him. So yeah, he's but again, he was with Steven Seagal in some of his films. And Kane didn't rate him. He said he wasn't a nice man.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've met anyone that said he was, or heard of anyone, I should say. Definitely not a Young video. That'd be interesting to see where you go.
Bolu Young, yeah. Well, his original name was Yang Si, wasn't it? In Enter the Dragon, it was Yang Si. He changed it to Bolu because after Bruce Lee died, he was cast as Bolu in a lot of Bruce Lee rip-off films. So he changed his name to Bolu. So he was known as Bolu Young.
He wasn't in No Retreat, No Surrender 2.
No, Bolu Young wasn't. No, Bolu Young was Mr. Hong Kong in 1970, I think he was a weightlifter. Yeah, he was a weightlifter. He was Mr. Hong Kong.
Yeah, I need to.
Very strong man.
Pay attention to films to see which ones Kane is in.
Kane. Yeah. Kane's behind Cardine with a cow. A blink and you miss it part. He's one of the heavies.
Yeah. Gene LaBelle, made Steven Seagal shit himself allegedly.
Gene LaBelle, yeah. Well, he was in stunts a few times, wasn't he, Gene LaBelle?
Yeah, I saw him. What did I see him in? I think recently.
I think I saw him in Jackie Chan's Battle Creek Brawl.
Oh, right.
In the opening fight, I think the ball fella, the kiss fella, the ball fella, he's fighting, and I think I'm not sure, but I think it's Gene LaBelle. He beats up at the beginning. Okay, I'm not sure. Could be wrong.
Well,
could be wrong, but it looked like Gene LaBelle to me.
Hang on, let's have a look. Well, stunts and acting. Let's do acting first. Because I didn't know who he was until recently. Well, I knew his name. I just didn't recognize the guy, the look. Rush Hour, Married Children, Texas Walker Ranger, Nowhere to Run with Van Damme, Blood Fist 4. Yeah, because I got the Blood Fists to watch. Because there's 8 of those. Yeah. Rapid Fire, Kickboxer 2. Yeah, that's where I saw him last because I watched that. Death Wish 4. Yeah. Eye of the Tiger. Oh, Eye of the Tiger. That's a weird film.
Gary Busey.
Yeah, it's like 2 tones, that film. It's like comedy and then very serious bad things happening. Remo Williams. Yeah, there you go. Hell of a career. Just from acting and TV shit.
Yeah.
Battle Creek Ball. Yeah, there he is. That's Stroke.
Yeah, he's the first guy. It comes on with a fist fight. And he's the guy that gets beaten by the ball fella, the lead villain, the bad guy.
Ah, yes.
He beats up Gene LaBelle at the beginning.
Okay. Probably leave out all the 60s and 70s films Bolo did. He did a lot back then.
Yeah. He was in a few. Yeah, he was in one of the Shaolin. What was it? Shaolin one. He had a shaved head. He played. Yeah, he was one of the monks, and he was in one of the Shaolin ones. Good, Bolo Young.
Yeah, because I only know him originally from Bloodsport, then from probably going back to Enter the Dragon, I recognise him the other way around.
Yeah, I saw some of the Bruce Lee, the Chinese films that he did, and he was in them. And I saw him with Bloodsport and then Double Impact. I thought, well,
yes,
good. I think he was in TC 2000, and then he was in Tiger Claws with Cynthia Rothrock.
Tiger Claws 2. Shoot Fighter 2 was his last proper film in '96.
Right.
Tiger Claws 1, Double Impact, some Asian Bloodsport.
I quite liked him in Tiger Claws. I thought that was a good film with Cynthia.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then it went really weird by the third one.
Oh, the second one went weird. He went into Back in Time or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then another universe or something in the third one.
If you look at that though, it's like Bowler Young wasn't there for the filming at the end of it. He had you don't see him.
No, he disappears.
He's somebody in a cloak, and you just see a close up of his eyes. I think.
Yeah,
that was added, and Bowler Young weren't in on it.
Oh, guest appearance from Bruce, King of Kung Fu in 1980.
King of Kung Fu, that's it. Good film.
Snake Deadly Act, Challenge of the Tiger. Yeah, you're right. He does Way of the Dragon 2, Young Dragon.
Oh yeah,
Superhero. Bloody others. Yeah, you're right. There is. It looks like he did one a week in the 70s.
Yeah, he was hot property Bowler Young.
He even had his own film called Bolo in 1977. Soul of Chiba. Yeah, Bruce's Fingers. Challenge Me Dragon.
Yeah, Bruce's Cracked Fingers. Yeah, that was Bruce Lee again, and Bowler appears in that one. Yeah,
Bronson Lee, Champion. Kung Fu Massacre, Ninja Killer, Thunder Kick, Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Corrado, the Kung Fu Flash, Tiger, Chinese Hercules.
It went on forever.
Yeah, I'm just thumbs tired from scrolling on that one.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's another legend.
Out of Justice is my fave Steven Seagal film.
Mine too. I like Hard to Kill and I like Out for Justice.
Yeah.
I didn't mind what was the other one where he gets the reggae people?
Oh, Mark for Death. That's just
Mark for Death. That was all right. That was the last one that I thought was all right.
Because Under Siege is not his best because it's more part of a gang than.
No, I like the uncut version of Out for Justice.
Yeah.
Because it was cut on VHS. There was a lot of the fight scene at the end with Richie was cut. Whereas when we first got Sky, that invention they call Sky in 1992 came out, they put Out for Justice on, and there was a whole heap of fight scenes in it when he cleavers his hands and all that. So it's yeah.
Dodgy Brooklyn accent, yeah. Where's Ricky?
I know. Anybody seen Richie? That was a good film, that, yeah.
Another thing that bothered me about Lone Wolf, is that his girlfriend is nagging him. He throws a beer away in the trash can. That's not really manly, that's the worst. And then he goes back and apologizes. And there you go. Not very manly indeed, no. Very untrue. He was the better man.
She tidied up his shithole, didn't she?
Yeah. Oh, it's Barbara Carrera, yeah. So definitely do what she says.
And again, Chuck Norris's daughter in that was Dana Camille. She was in Friday the 13th Part 3. Bit of knowledge there.
But this is the way he used to push the earth down when he did push-ups. That's
it. Yeah. He doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down.
I remember hearing about that, and he said he didn't like the stories at first, but then they've sort of grown on him, and I think he's even put a forward in the book they published of all of them.
Yeah. Even in Expendables 2, he had a bit of a laugh with Stallone, didn't he?
The snakes thing. Yeah, those are. Yeah, his tears cure cancer if he were to cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What up with the chat?
So Jet Li, he sort of. I only started seeing these films after I saw Lethal Weapon 3, or was it Lethal Weapon 4?
4, yeah. That's when I remember him coming on my radar.
And I thought, oh, this guy's good. And then I saw the one with Jet Li, and then it was all Kiss of the Dragon with Bridget Fonda. That was all right. And he does a Fist of Fury style fight in the dojo in France where he takes all the police officers on.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was,
great!
yeah.
Certainly.
What's it called? Danny the Dog? Was
Yeah.
it called?
Oh, yeah. Unleashed.
Unleashed, yeah. I couldn't.
With Bob Hoskins.
Different
I
names.
was
Yeah.
trying to save him. Danny,
Good
I was trying to save him.
Good old Bob. Any favorite martial arts movies? Oh, too many.
Well, Fist of Fury for one. One of my all-time favorites with Bruce.
Yeah, I watched that recently again.
At Silent Rage with Chuck Norris. I've got to put Steven Seagal's out the uncut version of Out for Justice in there. That's pretty funny. But Jackie Chan again does Wheels on Meals, which I cry laughing at because Sammo Hung's with him in that one, and Yumbio. So there's a couple of Jackie Chan ones. Armor of God.
Oh, yeah.
Police Story.
I probably
Dragons
saw
Forever.
What's Armor of God 2 called?
Operation Condor.
Yeah, that's probably one I saw rented the most when it came out.
So there's quite a few Jackie Chan ones I like as well. That really, really, I can say, yeah, that was a great film.
Yeah. Well, that is true. Stallone's, Samaritan's just coming out. Yeah.
Right.
There was a superhero film where he's a older version of his superhero.
Oh, right, okay.
And comes out of retirement sort of thing. So yeah, it's just come out. Not getting great reviews, but it's Stallone, so
he'll do all right for him.
Yeah. And he's just
getting divorced, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's all right though, even if it's a shame. It's a shame,
yeah.
But Bloodsport.
That's
another one up there, isn't it? Bloodsport. You've got to, because that revolutionized the martial arts world. As probably did the ninja films did with Sho Kosugi.
Yeah.
They did the Enter the Ninja, and the Revenge of the Ninja was a good one. And again, they were all cut because of the BBFC. They were all the nunchuckers and the I'd love to go and revisit them uncut on Blu-ray if they've done them.
Yeah, I think it was probably 88 films or something.
It'd be much better films because the action never matched up.
No.
They always cut it all out, which was, again, Mr. Furman's job.
Yeah. Fist of Fury is my favorite of Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury.
I do like the epic look of Enter the Dragon, and it's all widescreen and everything, but yeah.
Oh yeah, well that was something in its day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the martial arts film, was Enter the Dragon of its day. Nothing had been seen. Obviously we knew Bruce's films, but they didn't. So they were seeing Bruce Lee really for the first time, and us, it was, it's good, but it's not as good as Way of the Dragon, or it's not as good as Fist of Fury, or you know what I mean? But yeah, that was the big thing in its day. Enter the Dragon. That was Bruce Lee's ticket to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, Karate Kid, yeah, because that was a good one. Mr. Miyagi's great. Have you ever seen Collision Course with the guy that played Mr. Miyagi and Jay Leno before he was a torture host? There's a late 80s buddy cop thriller.
Right.
But it's got Mr. Miyagi in it, and coming from Japan as a detective, chasing these car parts. And then he teams up with Jay Leno because they're both investigating the same thing. And then it's quite terrible.
It's where you get in the Rush Hour plot from, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much that. And then it's so bad that Jay Leno disowned it when he became really famous.
Right.
But then he always played clips of it to take the piss on his show. But there's a bit in it where always makes me laugh that Jay Leno says, because Mr. Miyagi can't fight in it. And he says, Christ, I picked the only Japanese guy who can't do martial arts. And then Mr. Miyagi goes, not true, my brother doesn't do it either. But they ran out of money and it doesn't have a proper ending. It just sort of ends. Right. But yeah, it's quite bad.
Karate Kid made a bit of a punch as well because it was
one of the top films of the year when I did it the other day.
84 Karate Kid. Yeah, I mean, as much as a Bruce Lee fan back then, and just getting into Chuck and all the others. When I watched Karate Kid at the cinema when I was a kid, I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool." totally bought into the Cobra Kai's and that gang. You know what I mean? I loved it, especially Dutch. Chad McQueen in that was brilliant.
Yeah.
He was a real psycho in that one.
Yeah.
Come on, man, make a move.
Yeah, Karate Kid's great.
Yeah, you gotta like Karate Kid, yeah.
Me too. Probably the best American martial movie. What? I guess, yeah, all right, I'll let you off because I don't, there's no Cheat No Shredder's not an American one, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Ninja 3 Domination's a favorite ninja. Yeah, it's.
See, that I enjoyed that one as well. I loved Enter the Ninja.
Yeah.
And that was the guy who had a lemon popsicle in it. that little fat one, Yui. He was in that with the hook. And I like Revenge of the Ninja, but something about Ninja 3, it was just getting into the mid 80s, the 85, 86, like, you know, and it was that was all right. And I thought there was some good action in that as well. And I'd like to see that uncut. Has anybody seen that uncut Ninja 3? Because they did have a they went through the censors quite nasty as well. All the throwing stars was out, and there was quite a lot cut out of them.
Yeah, it must. I think I saw the streaming version that was uncut, so it must be out on Blu-ray somewhere.
Oh yeah,
that's the best. Made me tear up as a kid. Yeah, that's
Best of the Best was a good film. Best of the Best was a really good film. That was one of the films that I thought, yes, he's decent, good cast. Eric Roberts played a good lead.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, he was good. He was a good fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Best of the Best was pretty good. Chris Penn, he was always good for a laugh.
Oh yeah, that's him. I'm trying to think of it. Oh yeah, there you go. Dutch has got Collision Course on his page. Yeah, Pat Morita, that's his name.
Yeah, that was sad. It is sad when you read about his passing. I mean, it gets you quite emotional watching Cobra Kai when they're on about Mr. Miyagi, and there was this episode, was it in one of the seasons, where he goes back to Okinawa, and Kumite, whatever she was called, Kumiko from Karate Kid Part 2 gave him a letter from the day he died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all the history of the film's coming back. It's quite a nice sentimental.
Very well done.
Yeah, very well done. Yeah.
Pat was a legend. Also in the underrated Van Damme film Inferno, Desert Heat. Also quoting me. Yeah, it was one of those cut down versions. I got it on VHS as Desert Heat.
Yeah, I don't think did I see that one? But is that the one where is that the one where he helps the old man in the bar?
Yeah.
And Miyagi's in that. That's the one. Desert Heat.
Yeah, I only saw it for the first time.
The old man, and he goes wiping them all out in the desert.
Yeah, that's him.
And Danny Trejo's in it. Is Danny Trejo in it with him?
Wouldn't surprise me. He's in most action films.
No, I know Desert Heat. I think that's the one where he's helping the old man.
He is taking out loads of people and like hiding them in this because there's a
gang of there's a gang of them.
Someone being bad, yeah.
And he gets Mr. Miyagi to dispose of the bodies. You just see that, that was a good. that was quite funny.
Yeah. Saw Pat Morita today in a Bud Spencer TV movie. He was good at
Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. My God, you're bringing up. Hey, they were on Warner Brothers Video as well. They had Watch Out, We're Mad and Crime Busters. I'm for the Hippopotamus.
So some of those when they were
Miami Super Cops. Yeah, Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. They were brilliant. Yeah, they had a good fisticuff fights in as well.
Yeah.
Watch Out, We're Mad was brilliant.
Yeah, I need to catch up on some of their stuff. Yeah, Jeff's Ninja 3 is uncut. It's the German one. So yeah, I think they're pretty all are now.
That's crazy. So to get the German Blu-ray of Ninja 3, it's uncut.
I think any Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know. Enter the Ninjas cut because they have actual cockfighting in it. You know, animals.
Yeah, I think I remember one scene. Yeah,
the original VHS preset should show the cockfighting scene, which is very. I don't think that'll be allowed today.
Yeah, Pat Morita's in American Ninja 5. Yeah,
I only watched 2 of them.
I think he's in Kickboxer 3 or 4. Or is he?
I I only watched the first two American Ninjas.
Oh, okay.
Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah, because he goes. David Bradley's in the third one, and then Dudikoff and Bradley are in the fourth one together, and then I can't remember the fifth one. They all merge into one.
Yeah, I only saw the first two. Steve James was in it as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he's in 1, 2, and
He's in the Hero of the Terror as well with Chuck.
oh, is he? Oh, he's in Pat Morata's in a Siddharth movie where he made so many. It wouldn't be surprising. There you go. That's the one. Directed by uncredited John G. Anderson. Yeah. The Inferno. There you go. And the score by Bill Conti. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of talent in that one. I own almost all the Spencer and Hill movies on DVD. To me, they were gods when I was young. Yeah, I used to love them.
Yeah, they. I mean, one of my other friends, when I was really young, we watched them. We rented them from the video show. We were howling, laughing. Watch Out. I think Watch Out Where Mad's my favorite, and then I like Crime Busters, but just because of when they joined the police after trying to rob them, they thought they were going to rob somewhere, and Watch Out Where Mad and Crime Busters. I cry laughing. They're amazing. Them great films, fun. And they were on Warner Brothers, I think.
Probably, yeah. I seem to remember them when I rented them.
They were the big box Warner Brothers, yeah.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Right, let's wrap this up. Cheers. That's enough.
See, martial arts. You can just talk forever on martial arts.
Yeah.
It was my whole upbringing, yeah.
It goes from the late 60s to almost now. Just needs to come back, doesn't it?
Certainly does. It needs some new heroes to pump more. I think the stars that should be making movies on their own are having bit parts as villainous roles, like in Fast and Furious and that. You're seeing, or they're playing bodyguards for. They should be making their own films. That would bring martial arts back, I think.
Yeah, they don't need a massive budget anymore, do they? You just need a factory and a camera, and you could be well away.
A factory on a beach.
Yeah, no permits, just film some fighting on a beach.
That's it. That's what you need.
Yeah. Watch out in Doom Buggies gets destroyed by crime boss. Okay.
Donald Pleasance is in that as well as the advisor. Stabbing the boss stabs him in the hand with his fork. It's hilarious.
Jeff's off to watch Samaritan.
Good luck, mate. Enjoy.
Shit. Good idea. Thank you, Jeff. Always reminding me. What's up? Right, let's do this quick rehash of next week. Next week, Monday is Bank Holiday Bond with Moonraker.
Moonraker.
Yeah. Got Midnight Run with De Niro on Wednesday. Fist of Fury with Sid on Friday, this time next week. And Big Trouble in Little China. Look, Monday already. Monday the 5th is Stephen Lambert's interview for stunt coordinator on the Ninja movies, Revenge of the Ninja and such, and American Ninja. So, yeah, see that. Right. There we go. Well, thanks. No, 999.
Watch out, we're mad. 999. Your hands. My Doom Buggy.
Right, I need to watch that now.
Oh, you've got to watch out, we're mad, Gareth. It's hilarious.
Right, watch out, we're mad. I have to track all of them down now. I remember watching them as a kid, but never seen them recently. All right. Okay, Jeff's going to be watching Moonraker as well. There we go. Right, okay then. Thanks everyone for joining. Dutch, Jeff, Mr. Dr. Possible and us and everyone.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, cheers.
Fortunately, Mr. Binny's asleep, so we couldn't get him to join us today to show off his martial arts films. But yeah, it's 6 a.m. or something. So
he's got lost in them.
Yeah,
he's drowning in them.
He's got plenty. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks, Davey, for joining me.